Break. Good boy, good boy. Sit, good lad. Right, so we're back here for another Billy's vlog, and today I'm going to try and progress the basic retrieving on a little bit, where I'm going to be doing some multiple retrieves with some backs and lefts and some backs and rights. What I found with him, although I can stop him on the way out to a retrieve, it is making him go funny for a bit, so I'm just leaving that for now. Now you'll often find, Billy, sit. You'll often find various points, something works for a dog, something doesn't. But if you keep hitting your head against brick wall and you get the same result, you're better off leaving it and coming round on it in a different way a bit later on. So I'll approach the stop whistle and handling in a different way with him. Right from the start, I knew it was a bit more complicated. He found very basic stuff a bit confusing. So when I come up against something that I feel isn't working for him, which might work with 80% of dogs, I'm just finding a different way around it, which I'll do later on. So I'm still just focusing on straight sends, hunting a little area out. That's one part of the training. I do back separately, and I do lefts and rights, which I'm able to do multiples of that at the moment, which is good. And today I'm going to try and do a back with a left and a back with a right. Right, so I'm going to start off with a couple of simple lefts and rights, and maybe one or two backs. I'm just going to try and let this flow, and then I'm going to have a go at the back and the left and the back and the right. I have previously done it with him, and he's been sort of okay. So I'm going to hopefully get that on camera for you today, guys. The first thing, I'm just going to do a left and a right. You've seen me do this before. Main thing is, a lot of people in the comments and messaging me saying how they like the fact that I was breaking it down a bit more simple. So I'm going to continue to try and do that if I can. So I'm going to put one out to the right, put one out to the left. This is the time when the dog's most vulnerable to move. And if they move to favour one side or the other, I'll always straighten them up before I start. I don't compromise on that. So I always drop my hand to my hip and then push out. Good boy, well done. Good boy. So I'm only going to do a couple of these because we've done loads of these before. It's pretty fruity because I didn't train yesterday. Sit, sit. And put that one out to the right. I don't have a verbal for left or right, but you can say get on or get out if you want to do that. That's quite common, but it's not something I do. Right, so might come off camera for a second here. Just going to pick this one up. So I'm going to try and do it facing you this time. So we're going to do a back, sit. So we're going to do a back this way. I'm going to move him back towards me a little bit, to be honest with you. That's your recall sit there. I'm going to put that one out to the right. And I generally always try and pick the back one first. Again, the dog is absolutely straight. 90 degrees to the one at the right and directly behind the one behind. I'm going to use my left hand to turn him away. At this stage, if I tried to turn him back with my right hand that way, he would go and pick that one. So at this early stage, we don't do that. Right. That's why I teach my dogs to turn with either hand. Good boy. You just gave that left hand retrieve a little look there. Good boy, sit. So I'm going to move him around again. Like I say, because I didn't train yesterday, sit. They're pretty lively. Sit. I've already trained Charlie. So that's the back one. So I'm going to pick the right one this time. Okay, so he moved there. Stop whistle doesn't mean move. It's the precursor to the command, and they often start doing that, but he's got to wait for the actual command. You still went a bit early there. Good boy, well done. Good lad, good lad. Now the more difficult one will be this next one. Sit, sit. Because he's had some time to forget about that one. So I'll put that one out to the right, straighten him out. Now he's slightly forward of that one, but because we're not picking that one, I don't need to worry. Look, look, see, look. See a bit of hesitation. The longer the retrieve's been down, especially on the back retrieve, they're more likely to forget about it. Billy, get my names right. Billy, here, sit. To be fair, he didn't do that last time, but it is exactly the sort of thing that happens. So, right one again. No, sit. Now I've got a very narrow space here, so I would prefer it to have a bit more room. Sit. sit. Put that one back out again. Sit. Right. Better on that one. Doesn't hesitate. Good lad. Good lad. Now, woo! Billy. Come here. Now, one of the things you have to be careful of is when they're coming back, is that they'll sometimes see that one and divert off to pick it. So often, he's not too bad, but if I knew he was prone to that, as soon as I've sent him with the back retrieve, I would go towards him to cut the distance down and also to act as a bit of a blocker for trying to pick that one. So I'm going to do one more sequence, sit, put that one out again. I don't know if you can see those on camera, but they're directly behind him. I'm working my way a bit further back as well. Good boy. Did you like this, didn't you? Nice. Sit. Sit. Right, I'm still going to put this one out. Billy, sit. Right. So I'm going to reverse it in a second. I'm going to have my back to the camera. Yeah. Right, so I've moved the camera so that I can keep facing you. So I've got a back now with the left. I'm going to put this one out behind him. If it fell on the track, I would move it, by the way. That one goes out to the left. Always the back one first. Right. Good boy. As I said, I would go closer if he was prone to trying to go in and pick that one on the left, which he's not really, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Sit. Good boy. I'll put this one out. See, again, he's moved, so I'm just going to straighten him up. Again, high stop. Good boy. Good boy. What you could do really with the space, which is with the space, sit, and make him sit and hold. Good boy. Well done. Good boy. Getting a bit messy with his delivery. It's because I'm concentrating on talking to you guys. Unfortunately, it's the downside of teaching. I'm going to put that one out to the left again. I'm going to pick this back one. Right. So I could come forwards like this. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Good lad. Good lad. So turn. You can do a little bit of heel in between like this. Walking back level with that one there. Out to the side. Sit. Put that one out behind him. Make sure he's straight. Good boy. A little bit of hum whistle. Yeah. So with him, I've forgotten, because when you train lots of different dogs, you forget each little dog needs a slightly different tweak. So with him, I'm better off standing up, because otherwise he launches himself at me, unfortunately. Sit, which isn't a problem because he is a good holder. So put that one out. One more to the back. Right. So he is slowly starting to get this, which is great. Good lad. Good boy. Good boy. He's much better when I do it like that. It's just with Charlie, he doesn't tend to launch himself with me, so two different dogs. So, heel, sit, sit. I'm going to pick this one up. Sit, heel, sit. Right, so that's a back with the left and a back with the right. Key points, making sure that you've got a direct 180 behind the dog, direct 90 degrees out to the side. Dog must be absolutely facing you, no compromise on that. And as they get better, you can slowly work yourself further back. But on the back retrieve, I always take a step to the side of the hand that I want to use. Right, we're going to do some straight sends into this corner to hunt the area out now. I'm just going to move the camera so you get a better view, guys. Sit. Right, so last time I did this, I was probably doing them from about here. On this exchange, I'm going to do them a bit further back. I might slightly go out of frame. For this, so typical of a Spaniel, he loves both and will pick both rabbit skin and the white dummies. I like the white dummies when I want the dummy to stand out and it not be about hunting it, but they're never going to hunt this out because it's too obvious. So that's when I go to the rabbit. What I found with him now, and this is pretty typical of most cockers and springers, sorry, if they favour a dummy, which often they do with rabbit skin, if I put that one out next to that, he will not pick that retrieve. He'll only pick that one. So for this, I'm only using the rabbit skin dummies. That way he has to hunt for them. And also he's not going to blink. That means not pick a retrieve. So I'm going to walk out, heel. I'm going to ask him to sit, sit. I'm going to throw these dummies out. One. They mustn't be too close together, otherwise he might try and swap retrieves. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. So what I'm going to do there is walk him back, naughty boy. Put him back on the spot. Sit. Go back. No, I'm being a naughty boy. Here, sit. I'm not going to turn my back on him this time. Tend to throw, come back to him. Good boy. Now, if a dog does something wrong, always think, how can I make this easier? So in that case, I just put him back to the spot, didn't go all the way, didn't throw another dummy, so I made it easy for him to sit. But I wanted to make my point that I want to move at my speed. I'm just going to pick one of these as a simple. So when you send your dog for a retrieve, I see a lot of people just sort of throw their arms out, casually say stuff. You want a really clear send. Then when the dog does run in or make a mistake, you know you're within your rights to correct him, knowing that that wasn't your command to send him. I get really flimsy arms from some people, mixed verbals. What you'll get with me is a clear arm signal and a clear verbal all at once. I'll show you. Back. Now the first one he saw was the one he picked. Oh, I should have stood up again. Good boy, good boy. Now I'm going to throw this one down again first, because I want him to have a couple of scene retrieves into the corner. Sit. So this one's obvious. He's going to pick that one straight away, or 90% sure he will. If he'll work practice in between, eye contact and then send, turn around, here, back. Oh, right. Actually, again, because I'm talking, I'm not doing my normal command there, so that's why he hesitated. Good boy. Remember to stand up, Chris. Come on. Good boy. Right, I'm not going to talk now, so I'm going to pretend to walk up there as if I've thrown one. Sit. Turn into him fast walk. I'm going to do this quick and not hesitate, because that's what threw him. Like, that often happens. Here. Right. So this one you should start to hunt. They're really obvious. I'd like the grass to be longer there, but it's the time of year that we've got, so good boy. So I'm going to throw this one back out again. So I don't want to make him do too many memories in a row, because that's what can make them give up. I'm going to throw that one out, turn into him, walk back, and then the next two I'll do without him seeing one. Right. Nice clear. Good lad, good boy. Good boy, I'm going to stand up. Good lad. And then we sit nicely, don't we? It's only when I go down he jumps up. Right, here, sit. Put this one away. Then walk out again. All part of the routine that helps the dog recognize that sequence to then run out when it hasn't necessarily seen one, or it's been some time since they've seen one go down. Heel. Good lad. A bit further this time. Here. Right. Good boy. I could put a few branches down there. I might do that soon. Dead, dead. Nice and gently. If I put a few branches down there to create a bit of structure, it gives them something a bit more to hunt out. So I'm going to do, there's one more there, I think, I hope. So I'm going to walk out again. This is all the routine. Sit. Okay, I don't necessarily have to throw anything. I'm going to tug and turn into him. Walk back the other way. Back round. It's all about sequence. Back round. Right. See, no hesitation. That's exactly what I want. Now, I can't remember if there's actually one there. That was a total mess up. Go on then, jump over. Good boy. Maybe there wasn't another one there. Billy. Billy, 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 Billy. Dead, dead, good boy. I'm just going to check. I thought there was, but maybe I was wrong. Okay, yeah, I was wrong. Now, that was a sequence of cock-ups, but I think it's good for you to see mess-ups. I don't tend to make these mess-ups when I'm on my own training, because I'm not having to worry about the camera, talking, everything else. But I think it's good for you to see them. Now, it's okay to throw in a dummy like that if they don't catch you doing it. If you regularly do that, they start looking back at you. But yeah, anyway, I hope this has been informative and helpful. I've tried to give you as much information as I can as I've gone through, break down each little part as I've gone through. And yeah, hopefully I'll do an update on Charlie very soon. It's a bit harder for me to film him now because a lot of the stuff I'm doing is very much on the move all the time with the hunting, and I'm putting bits of handling together with retrieves and memories and blinds. It's very difficult for me to get on camera, but I will try and get something soon, guys. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Any questions, put them in the description, ask me, then I can do my best to help you. Happy training, guys.